Every day I think of these three numbers: 44, 37, and 12. 44 is the percentage of California third graders who can read at proficiency in third grade. 37% is the percentage here in Santa Cruz County that can read at proficiency in third grade. 12 is the percentage of third graders who can read at proficiency or above in our most struggling school district.
Kids learn to read up to third grade, and from third grade on, they read to learn. And so children that don't have a big vocabulary bank, that don't have the opportunity to comprehend ideas, they are not ready to be learners.
When you see third graders that are struggling and feel stressed and they don't feel good enough already at third grade, that troubles me.
It's an equity issue for me. I was in those classrooms with fourth and fifth graders, try and do what they needed to do to be successful. And there was no way they were going to be able to learn that much.
Can you imagine going into fourth grade and your teachers are expecting you to now read science or read math so that you can learn how to do it, and you don't have a vocabulary bank to even do that?
We have to do everything that we can do to make sure that our kids are fully prepared.
In order to give children the opportunities that they so deserve, we've designed an initiative to make sure they're getting them and getting them repeatedly. SEEDS is a training and coaching model for early educators. It provides new knowledge about language development strategies based on current science. Teachers see the strategies modeled, they practice them with a coach, and immediately apply them in their classroom. Teachers receive ongoing support and data-driven feedback from their coach.
This can be taught in a very large group, but they can also be individualized, and that's what we liked about all these strategies.
In SEEDS, we call the essential early literacy skill areas the Big Five: alphabet knowledge, phonological awareness and memory, concepts about book and print, vocabulary and meaning, and oral language, including comprehension and conversation.
We only have those students for 3.5 hours, and only for 1 or 2 years. So if you send them with the right tools, both the children and the parent, they will succeed. It will be really hard for them not to if they have the right tools.
SEEDS is really designed to help teachers learn how to interact with kids, to be sensitive, to be encouraging, to educate them and give them vocabulary words, help them use those vocabulary words, help them to learn about how books work. Because books are the /1 tool for helping kids become readers.
There's only one way in the whole wide world to save a red, ripe strawberry from the big, hungry bear. Wow, you know the words. You're really learning how to read this book.
Science has told us that when a kiddo reads a book one time, there'll only be 10% use of the vocabulary in that book. When children read books more than 3 times, it's likely to have 80% use of those words.
It's important that we support all teachers, some coming with less than a year of formal training. The research indicates that when teachers learn proven SEEDS strategies, they can move children to be school ready. So what we do is we offer a class, the Seeds of Early Literacy, in English and in Spanish for teachers of the infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. And the class teaches the SEEDS interactions and the Big Five reading predictors and strategies to make sure that the kids are successful learners.
Hay veces que yo lo hacía lo mismo todo el tiempo y creo que los aburría a lo mejor a los niños. Y estas estrategias me han ayudado a tenerlos siempre motivados.
We have evidence that the program is working. 97% of the teachers who have taken our SEEDS coursework are now providing the high-quality language and literacy support that kids need to succeed later in school. And our local schools are seeing a difference too. In one school, the number of third graders who can now read at proficiency has doubled. In just a few short years, we're making big changes. One of the exciting things that we've seen is that children who are learning both languages, their home language and English, we're seeing boosts in their early reading predictors in each language. That means that kids can be successful whether they're home, and they can also be successful in an English-speaking school system.
I had a group like 7 children, and one of them, one day, he said, "Do you know that this table speaks 2 languages?" The child was so proud of being Spanish speaker and also English speaker.
It's important that we're giving all of the children the same opportunities. And I think that's what the SEEDS program has provided.
The current research from the National Early Literacy Panel guides SEEDS professional development, and it's paired with positive and caring interactions with children.
We provide models for teachers. We provide opportunities for them to practice it through coaching and to get feedback. And over time, they become unconsciously skilled at it. They just can do it.
Que yo he aprendido mucho de SEEDS y si yo puedo ayudar así, vamos a hacer un mejor futuro para los niños.
We have evidence of teachers that have made change, have learned the SEEDS strategies, and have used them with children. And those children are surpassing their middle-class peers.
When they go to kindergarten, they're able to take the risks of learning a new thing with that confidence.
Y algo importante es que muchas veces cuando ya llegan al el kinder debe de estar preparado para que reciba a los niños que estamos mandando.
Children that have a vocabulary that's large enough to support early reading and conversation and have some comprehension around it, they will be school ready. They will be ready to be readers by grade 3.
And we see the success with the children, and we see the enthusiasm with the teachers. I mean, it's just amazing what comes out of it all.
Not too long ago, I talked to a kindergarten teacher of a toddler that I had, and she couldn't believe how much language this child had and how much this child was able to express herself and how much she was writing, and it makes you feel good. You know, it makes you just feel so good about yourself. It's like you really did your job.
Every child deserves to be part of SEEDS because it makes such difference on children's lives and teachers too.